The sound you heard earlier wasn't just some random noise. No, the sound you heard was something terrifying. It was more than a series of static pulses. It was a message, a chilling one. Those choppy, buzzing sounds weren't just interference. They were part of a language, a code used by ships to communicate with nearby ports or passing vessels. But what was this message? It came from a ship called the SS Ourang Medan, also known as the Ghost Ship. In 1948, this message reached a number of ports along the Strait of Malacca, that narrow stretch of water between Indonesia and Malaysia. The transmission came from somewhere deep in the Indian Ocean, and it was the stuff of nightmares. The message said, "All officers, including the captain, are dead, lying in chart room and bridge, possibly whole crew dead." Then, static. The signal cut off completely. That was it. But shortly after, another message came through. A short one. A message that sent chills down everyone's spine. "I die." That's it. Just those two words. Which meant whoever had sent the message was dying right as they typed it, between life and death. The ports thought the ship might have been attacked by pirates. They assumed it was a distress call, so they dispatched military ships, fully armed. They even sent units from the Navy, ready for combat. But when they reached the location, there was nothing. No ship, no trace. They radioed back to port saying, "We're here." But there's nothing around, no vessel in sight. The port officials replied, "You're in the exact location. You're right on top of the coordinates." But again, the search teams responded, "We don't see anything." So the port urged them, "Look again." The ship might have been hijacked or dragged off course. It could be camouflaged. So they kept searching, left and right, mile after mile. But it wasn't easy. The weather was brutal. Temperatures soared to 48 degrees Celsius, 118 degrees Fahrenheit. Just imagine the sun beating down, reflecting off the ocean's surface like a mirror. It was exhausting. After days and days of searching, they gave up and contacted the United States for help. They told them, "There's a ship missing in the Indian Ocean. We need backup." So the U.S. sent out a vessel called the Silver Star, and the search began again. Weeks went by. The Silver Star combed the area relentlessly, and then, suddenly, the ship appeared. Out of nowhere, in the exact same spot. It was like it had been invisible this whole time, and just materialized out of thin air. This phenomenon isn't unheard of in the oceans. Sometimes ships vanish, then show up again without explanation. The crew approached the Ourang Medan cautiously. The massive ship was eerily still, drifting slowly across the water. At first, they suspected it might be filled with pirates, but what they found was far worse. The ship was freezing cold, unnaturally so. Everyone started shivering the moment they stepped on board, even though it was scorching hot outside. This wasn't normal. Something was off. They made their way to the bridge, the command center of the ship, and there, they saw something horrific. Everyone was dead, not just dead, frozen in terror. Every crew member on the bridge had died with their hands stretched out in front of them, their eyes wide open, as if they were watching something too horrifying to even describe. Their faces were twisted in fear, not a single drop of blood anywhere. They hadn't been attacked. They hadn't been shot or stabbed. They had died of pure fright. The search team scrambled across the ship looking for survivors, but they found no one alive, not a soul. Everyone was gone. They decided to tow the ship to the nearest port to investigate, to figure out what the hell had happened. So they tied the ropes and began towing. But just as the operation began, boom! The ship exploded. A massive blast tore through it, and it sank into the ocean. Gone. Just like that. At that moment, everyone realized this was no normal incident. This wasn't just a disaster or a pirate ambush. There was something evil at work. Something beyond explanation. Something like demons. The rescue team backed away and left. They didn't want to stick around. And from that day on, the SS Ourang Medan became known as the Ghost Ship. But this wasn't the only strange case. Many ships have experienced similar fates. A lot of ships and planes have gone missing in these massive oceans. The sea is a terrifying place, seriously dangerous and deeply mysterious. And here's the scariest part. Despite all our technology and modern advancements, we've only explored about 20% of the world's oceans. That means 80% of the oceans remain completely unexplored. The ocean is one of the deadliest and most mysterious places on Earth. And here's something even more terrifying. There's an island out there, hidden in the depths of these oceans. A mysterious island. And on that island lives the Antichrist. Yes, the Antichrist is alive, and he's residing on an island buried somewhere in the unexplored parts of the ocean. So, where is this island? And what exactly happened on it? And has anyone ever reached it before?